Thanks again, Catherine, for joining us. We have a lot to dive into, so let's get going. I know you wanted to begin this conversation with some current highlights regarding the real estate market here in the Valley.
Yes, absolutely. And I want to say thank you, Vanessa. And I'm a big fan of Trellis and all their work. So great to be here. And it is a tough time in the housing market for home buyers. If you are a seller or you are a homeowner, it is great, but the market is just on fire with prices climbing faster than they have since the boom, not like the boom area, but faster than they have been. And it's really, really tough for people to buy, to not only afford, but there are so few homes for sale. It's just houses are selling before the signs even go up, and prices have jumped 20% in the past year, and incomes have not jumped nearly as much. So we have a real affordability problem.
That is certainly a major, major problem. And, we know that the real estate market is cyclical, right? It goes up, it goes down. So, where are we right now, actually? Are we in a new housing bubble?
See, and that is so interesting because we have so much growth in Phoenix, we're so used to our booms and our busts. And our last one from 05, 06, and the long bust were so painful. We're all watching out of the side of, our eyes wondering. But the thing about the market is now is it's real demand. It's almost 82, 83% of buyers who were moving into the house, where we had 40% of investors before. And it's not using the bad loans that we had before. But a lot of people are paying cash. A lot of people are buying from out of state where it's much more expensive and they can pay cash here. So the housing analysts are saying we have, before the market prices even start to flatten, we have at least a year. And that's even to flatten, but based on demand and what's going on, I don't see it. So anybody waiting for a crash has got a bit of a wait, long wait.
Ooh, that's painful. So let's go a
Yeah.
little bit deeper here. Why is there such a shortage of housing right now, particularly in the Phoenix metro area? And then what do we need to do to make sure that all Arizonans have a place to live?
We have, such a shortage. We've had really strong growth again with population and people moving here, not necessarily for jobs, particularly during COVID, move here because they can work here and it's more affordable and it's, beautiful area. But the number of homes for sale is down like, 40% from last year, and it was already low. So that's an issue. And part of that is because if you sell, you've got to move and buy something else and you're in the fray, but it's also the new residents. And during the last boom, we had a lot more home building where, like 60,000 new homes went up in 05, 06, and now 22 to 23,000. So there's a shortage of new homes coming on the market. And there are big estimates showing what we need, but it all hits on affordable housing where we have a shortage of at least 150,000 there. That's statewide. So really the move in Metro Phoenix is to get more affordable housing and build more houses. And I don't know when that will cross, but as prices go up, the crunch comes on the affordable side.
Yeah, big time. You mentioned Metro Phoenix. I want to get a little bit more granular. Central Phoenix, for example, you see a ton of new apartment buildings being constructed. They just keep going up and up. And so that makes me wonder, as more people are moving to Central and downtown Phoenix, what policies should be considered or implemented to make sure that those established neighborhoods and also the people who live there are not so significantly impacted by gentrification and, of course, the rising prices.
That is a great point. And I know there's talk about different policies and Central Phoenix, of course, as you mentioned, it's not just the home prices, it's the rents. New complexes go up and we all thought, oh, will that fill up? Wow, they're, $2,000 for a one bedroom. Yes, they did fill up. And that's where we're also seeing those out of state license plates. And that's a great deal if you're coming from LA or San Francisco. So those issues, and as it pushes farther out, of course, it's better for other neighborhoods, but the people who are getting displaced is really tough. And not being able to live close to your jobs or school, of course, makes it even tougher for those people. So I'm hearing talk, and we definitely need some more initiatives to build more affordable housing. And I think it really started before COVID, and the developers, the builders, cities, everybody got together and started talking about it, realized what an issue. And I think people are coming back to that. And the big hope is we don't want to be, I hate to pick on LA. We don't want to be a place where you can't afford, you have to work 3 jobs and you have to live an hour and a half from your job and without the right mass transit. So something needs to be done. And I feel good that people are talking about it and thinking about it. We just need action.
Catherine Reagor, senior reporter for housing at the Arizona Republic. Thank you so much for joining us and for sharing of your knowledge and expertise.
Vanessa, thank you so much.